Tennessee Titans and the Cincinnati Bengals. With my partner Greg Olson, Mike Tirico, Joey Sly, set to get this one going. And we are underway at Paycor Stadium. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So here come the Bengals. And Greg, there is no denying the talent of this man. Joe Burrow led the league in passing yards and touchdowns a season ago.
And we all know how talented this guy is, Mike, right? From the physical sense, that's obvious. But what really separates him, and it really came through when we had a chance to talk to him this week, is really his ability to operate from the neck up. His processing speed, his decision-making. It seems like he's always one step ahead of the defense, and when he's on, he's proven to be really hard to beat.
And he's going to be hit and dropped behind the line. Great push upfield defensively. What a way to start this one.
Mike, this defense talked all week about the importance of coming out fast and starting this game the right way, and it's less about the loss of yards there on that first play and more about just setting the tone. Hey, we're going to be here all day. We're bringing it, and boy, did they ever.
Short one into the hands of Gesicki. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Plenty of room after that catch. Big gainer of 23.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Here's Brown. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. The linebacker, Cody Barton, in on the tackle.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Third, they need 8. Working out of the gun, Burrow. And into the hands of Yosibach. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
12 yards. And the Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
The run here with Brown. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Terrific interior performer Jeffrey Simmons on the stop.
2nd and 8.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Pass caught left side by Fan. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Ninth play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on third down. Gesicki, the man in motion. A throw on the move is caught. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
He'll set up the screen to Brown. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
He pulls it in around the 5. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down. They are set up with first and goal.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early in that last pickup.
He's got his big tight end. Mike Gesicki. Touchdown, Bengals. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Evan McPherson down to kick the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Bengals will take a 7-0 lead.
Bengals 7, Titans nothing. Evan McPherson.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Timray DK now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So out come the Titans, and they are led, Greg, by Cam Ward. Same alma mater as you, University of Miami, the #1 overall pick in this past April's draft.
I'm not sure if a guy jumped into the NFL scene quicker than Cam Ward a year ago at the University of Miami. I was down there. I watched his college debut for the Hurricanes in the swamp against Florida, and I walked out of there. I'm not so sure if I knew he was going to be the first overall pick, but I knew he was going to be an unbelievable college player, and here he is with the future of this franchise on his shoulders. He's not going to blink. Everywhere he's been, every coach says, Cam Ward changed the future of our team, of our organization, and there's no reason to think he's not going to do it again.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Out of the gun, Ward. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike. Make every throw as contested as possible. No separation. Contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
He'll try and get there on the ground.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Titans. 1st down.
defense decides to come with a blitz here on third down, and it's a little feast or famine. You're counting on getting home and getting to the quarterback. But give credit to the offensive line. Not only do they protect, they buy enough time for the quarterback to escape the pocket, turns himself into a runner, picks up the first down.
And he'll be out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. They pick up 17 through the air. First down for Tennessee.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage. But when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
They motion the slot man left. They'll run once more, and it's Pollard again. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's third down.
Well, they've got him going backwards now, Mike, and this is a worrying trend. We've seen it now the last two plays. They have to be able to generate some leverage at the point of attack. Count on positive yardage in the run game.
Third and long. Here's Ward. Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
On fourth down, the former All-Pro Johnny Hecker out to punt for Tennessee. Charlie Jones, the return man for the Bengals. And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Bengals offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive first and 10. The tight end Fant in motion. A carry here for Brown. He'll look forward for maybe a yard. Sebastian Joseph Day is there for the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 21, here's 2nd down and 9. Here's Burrow. They'll look to set up the screen here. And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
That is caught. Finding Higgins. And they're going to move this all the way up near the 35-yard line. That is rare. You don't see 3rd and 17 converted all that often. First down.
You just can't ask for better protection than that, especially on 3rd down. Clean pocket, tons of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. And at this level, if you give quarterbacks that amount of time, chances are they're going to find somebody downfield.
Open left side is Gesicki. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a first down with that catch.
He's made his presence felt throughout this opening quarter. They better figure out a way to slow him down defensively. Otherwise, he's in store for a monster game.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. This one downfield, taken in by Higgins. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 23 yards.
Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. On the ground, it's Brown. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the 1st quarter of play. So after 1, 7-0 is our score. Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. It's Bengals football here to begin the 2nd quarter. They've got it with a 2nd down and 10. Now, Burrow. This is caught at the 2. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the 1st down.
That's good for a Bengals 1st down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming down.
Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he is going to come up short. Looks like we have an injured Titan on that play. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Brown will take this one in. Touchdown, Bengals.
I'll tell you what, this offense has come out and they have completely dominated here in the early going, Mike. I mean, this has just been methodical, sustained, back-to-back drives right down the field. And then to finish in the red zone, man, you just can't draw it up any better than that.
McPherson now for the PAT. He's got it. And the Bengals move out on top, 14-0.
Bengals 14, Titans nothing.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. On the return, it's Jim DK. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Titans offense about ready to get going. On their 2nd possession, they're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. The drive starts. It's a carry by Pollard. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete. He was looking for Van Jefferson there. 3rd down coming up.
when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity. But with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
Forced to his right. He'll try to run for it.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
Here's Johnny Hecker now, as he's on to punt for the second straight drive. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Bengals offense and running back Chase Brown headed back onto the field. Their lead sits at 14-0 here in this second quarter, looking to run away with this one before halftime. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Now Brown. And he's got some space. Up past the 30 to about the 32-yard line. A pickup of 7.
32-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's 2nd and 2. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Arden Key on the stop.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll go with the sneak. Trying to find any seat he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
No gain on a quarterback sneak. That's pretty
Zach Taylor not liking that last call all that much, and out comes the challenge flag.
The previous play is under review.
What they're looking at here is the spot of the football. Always tricky to get this exactly right, but it only takes a few inches to make a big impact. So slow this down, find a landmark on the field, and determine where the spot should be.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So this winds up to be a very smart decision to throw the challenge flag. They remeasure, and this indeed will become a 1st down. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he'll get forward for a couple. The terrific interior performer Jeffrey Simmons on the stop.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8. They go play action for Burrow. That's going to be incomplete. Good work as the defender bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
And 8 yards.
T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one. And 3rd down coming up. To throw is Burrow. He's got a receiver. It's Chase. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
Look wide. Get this one complete. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
1 yard gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
25 yards, the pickup there. And the Bengals going to have a first down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. Going to get a stoppage here. We have an injured Bengal on the field. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Burrow now. That is caught by the tight end. Mike Gesicki. Touchdown, Bengals. His 2nd touchdown of this first half. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Julius Chestnut to bring it back. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Titans offense ready to take over once more. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. Play action. Ward. That is the rookie from Stanford, Alec Eilman. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. That throw right on the money for the former Miami quarterback, and it's a first down.
And the Titans first down.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain there of 11. That's good for a Titan first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the gun, here's Ward. That's caught over the middle by Eilmanner. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Shotgun snap for Ward. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. And that'll be in and out of his hands. It's incomplete.
It just seems like the offense gets in their own way, and whether it's a penalty or a drop or whatever the case may be, it's these self-inflicted wounds. They've got to stop if this unit ever wants to reach their full potential.
A 58-yard attempt.
And this is no good. Could not get it on target. Everything's going wrong. Unable to cut into this big deficit.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
Out comes Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense to take over once more. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. A first down throw for Burrow. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And they'll take this down inside the 45. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a first down.
They don't waste any time capitalizing on their opponent's mistake, so they miss the field goal, you take the ball back. There's a lot of energy on the sideline. That's a big win for your defense. So what do you got to do? You got to go out there as an offense and get off to a fast start. That's exactly what they're able to do on that first down play. Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 4. Burrow. Short one into the hands of Gesicki. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. 2 minutes to go here. Till halftime. We'll come back to Cincinnati in a moment. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They bring Chase in motion. On 1st down, Burrow. He'll get this out to the left flat. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 18-yard line.
2nd down, they need 7. Working out of the gun, Burrow. This one complete to Higgins. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for 3rd and a yard. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he's in. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Cincinnati. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
On is McPherson for the extra point. He's got it. the Bengals move out to a commanding 28-0 first half lead.
Titans nothing.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. On the return, here comes Chestnut. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Titans offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Now it's Ward. He'll go right and find his running back. The Titans will use the first of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half.
The 28-yard line.
Second and 7. Out of the gun, Ward. Going up top. That is hard. And he's going to be marked down, bringing it all the way to the 25-yard line. Here's a timeout, Tennessee. It'll be their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
First down, Tennessee.
First and 10. To throw is Ward. A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
Ward to throw again. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
And 10 yards.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have best play.
Chick Okonkwo was the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way. So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Joey Slide back out, kick this one away. Charlie Jones now to return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Bengals offense going to take over just before the half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with first and 10. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch.
To number 5, T. Higgins. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 29-yard line.
Second down, they need 3. Moving the tight end right. Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Scott Hanson and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hanson with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Hey, Scott, thank you. 2 very different halftime speeches, I would assume, by those head coaches as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. On the return, here comes Chestnut. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Titans offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, it's Ward. Throw on the run is complete. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
And the Titans first down.
In motion, Okonkwo. On first down, it's Ward. This is intercepted. That's the safety, Geno Stone. And the Bengals will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
Play action now. It's Burrow. They'll work this out wide to P-Rod. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run it here. It's Samaje P-Rod. And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run, there's no holes for the back to find, and all these 0 or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots. Mike, I don't really even think this is much of a conversation. On the plus side of the 50, I think you've got to keep your offense on the field, stay aggressive, and try to maintain possession. You get field position like this, you want to make sure this drive ends with some sort of points.
They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have a Bengals first down. They find a way to keep the drive going with the 4th down conversion.
First
This play should always end up converting a fourth down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
Burrow, RPO, get it to Chase. He's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Burrow. This one, downfield, taken in by Higgins. And he's in. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Bengals. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
McPherson now for the PAT. The kick is good, and the Bengals add on to their already sizable lead.
Bengals 35, Titans 3.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. On the return, here's DK. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Play fake, now Ward to throw. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
In motion, Okonkwo. Looking to throw, it's Ward. Flushed to his left. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the 1st down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
Ward now on 3rd down.
Any lingering chance of a comeback just continues to slip away with each wasted drive. They just can't get anything going, and at some point, I think they might start pulling their starters here because a couple more hits on their quarterback, this could get even worse.
The Titans sending out their punch.
For the Titans.
fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line.
Over first and 10.
Out comes Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense to take over once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Quickly into the hands of Chase. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 6. On the ground, this is P-Run. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Terrific interior performer Jeffrey Simmons on the stop.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. Open man left side. He's got it. 15-yard pickup there. It's a Cincinnati first down.
And the Bengals first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
They'll take this down to the 47. The linebacker, Cody Barkley, in on the tackle.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and
8. Second down, 8 yards to go. Now, Burrow. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. His second grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down.
37-yard line.
They'll motion the slot man right. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
A yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9. They go play action for Burrow. A throw on the move is caught. It's a pickup of 13 yards. And the Bengals going to have a first down.
First down.
Once he saw the defense, he knew that outbreaking route was going to be there. All he had to do was wait for his guy to get to the spot and drop the ball right in the bucket near the sideline.
On the carry is Hero. And he broke through the initial contact, winds up getting about 3. It's second down.
At the 20-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's Burrow. The second down throw is incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think here we are in the second half, and that's only his second incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
Burrow from out of the gun here on third down. He's got it at the 7. And the Bengals are looking at a first and goal. It takes it all the way down to the 2.
And the Bengals first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
I love the way the ball ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
That one, take it in. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Cincinnati. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. And he continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL day. 5 touchdown passes thrown.
And Mike, at this point, the defense just looks completely lost out there. I mean, they have no answers whatsoever, giving up the 5th touchdown pass of this ballgame.
On is McPherson for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bengals will add one more onto their big lead.
Bengals 42, Titans 3.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Titans offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. And you see the numbers for him into this third quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open and electric throughout. Off play action, it's Ward. He'll step up and run, and they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They get 11 and quickly pick up the first down.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
On the handoff, Pollard. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Dax Hill up from the secondary to end the play.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
They face 2nd down and 7. Shotgun snap for Ward. He's going to let this one go deep. That's hard. And he'll take it on in. Tony Pollard. Touchdown Titans. They get the job done in the air. Greg, that is a play we see often. It's also a play we see work very often.
Mike, that 4 vertical route, it puts a ton of pressure on the secondary. But in order to do that, you have to give your quarterback time for those receivers to get downfield. Give credit to the offensive line. That's exactly what they did. They're able to take advantage for the strike.
Slides extra point, up and good. And the Titans cut into the lead a little bit.
Titans 10.
Shorty got that body out of no time, set up, you gon' kill my vibe. Stand on my money, don't know my side. Pick them sides, and you better choose wisely. That's my high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Following the touchdown, here's Slides to kick it away. Jones now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Jones on the return.
Jamar Chase headed back out there along with the rest of his Bengal teammates. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the third quarter. Might be looking to grind out some first downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. Gesicki, the man in motion. He'll push forward for about a yard. The linebacker, Cody Barton, in on the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup in 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hook him up on a 2nd down and 8. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Passing right side, and Chase has it. Now he's loose again. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 72 yards. Touchdown, Cincinnati. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. So add another touchdown and touchdown pass for that matter. He has thrown 6 already in this one. Amazing stuff. McPherson now for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Bengals stretch things out even further.
Titans 10.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. On the return, here's DK. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Fake the handoff. Now Ward. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
And Ward sacked. A 10-yard loss on the play. It's 2nd down.
Let it bang, but somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it. Turn his TV off, turn his TV off. Turn his TV off, turn his TV off.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Out of the gun, Ward. That one incomplete. Good job, Pittsburgh there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
Third and long. Here's Ward. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline. That is hard. And he's out of bounds, but all the way down at the 30-yard line. It's a big one for Tennessee. It's a gain of 49.
At the 30-yard line.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play. You know, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
Pickup of the 11 yards on that one. First down for Tennessee.
First and 10.
Wow, this is the advantage to having a really effective passing game, Mike, as the defense now tries to adjust to stopping you through the air. It's a lot easier to mix it up and run the ball. There's a lot less defenders in there trying to stop you.
They give this to Jefferson on the jet sweep. And the Titans are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
17 more yards.
17 yards on the gain, and now they've got first and goal.
First and goal, Tennessee.
From the 1-yard line, first down and goal. Spears will score. Touchdown, Tennessee. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Sly now for the point after. He knocks it through, and the Titans will get just a bit closer.
49, Titans 17.
The touchdown. Here's Sly to kick it away. The return starts from the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Out comes Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense to take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They're going to put a man in motion to the right. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And he'll take this up to the 30. Pick up a 5.
On the stop. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the 30-yard line.
They'll work now on second and 4. Now it's Hero. Maybe a couple there. It's third down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
Gesicki, the man in motion. Working out of the gun, Burrow. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's fourth down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
The Titans offense ready for this next possession. They'll start it here with a first and 10. They'll give it to Pollard to start this drive. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
From the 31, here comes a 2nd and a yard. They'll run once more, and it's Pollard again. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. It's a big one for Tennessee, and even 30 yards.
I
half expected to see all 11 defenders piled up on top of him at the end of this run to make sure he was finally down, because a couple times on that run, it looked like he was cooked, only to shake off those tackles and keep on cooking.
Look at that. He slinged it across his body and connected. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
First down, Tennessee.
Up the middle, here comes Pollard. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
Here's Ward now on 2nd down. His pass caught. It's Chigokonkwo.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
They'll try and run for the first down with Pollard. That's going to be pretty close. Looked at first glance that he had it in. He does. First down.
And this is just a defeated defense at this point in the game, Mike. It's been like this all day long. They just have not been able to get the stops when they've needed them. Here's another chance on 3rd down, and they just can't make a play.
On first down, it's Ward. And not liking anything downfield, he'll just get this to the sideline. It is incomplete.
And while the play results in an incompletion, I think these are the type of decisions from a young quarterback that you're okay with. If the play's not there, if you don't feel good, throw the ball away, don't turn it over, and let's live for the next play call.
In motion, Okonkwo. To throw on 2nd down is Ward. That is caught. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the first down.
That's good.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight. They continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week.
And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Backed up to the 3. It's 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Ward. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. The NFL sack leader from a year ago, Trey Hendrickson, getting in for the sack, and that's going to make it 3rd and goal.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position, but with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6, but after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
Last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. That's to the rookie out of Texas, Gunnar Helm.
A 2-yard gain. It's now 4th and goal.
On 4th down, on is the veteran Joey Sly for the Titans field goal. His kick is good. And the Titans cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Joey Sly back out, kicked this one away.
For Tennessee.
This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Jamar Chase headed back out there along with the rest of his Bengal teammates. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. Here's P-Rock. Has an opening. Past the 40. He's taken down just shy of midfield. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
A run, it's P-Rock. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. 12 more yards from him there, and another first down.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. And second down.
He was brought down by Cedric Gray. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 38-yard line.
Gesicki, the man in motion. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now, it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
A gain of 1. It's 4th down and less than a yard.
4th down, and the Bengals will bring in Evan McPherson for the field goal try.
48-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter. So this one in the win column for the Bengals. And they made it look easy. Their offense playing at about as high a level as they can play. Defense wasn't too shabby either. And they're able to get the victory here by a rout in grand style. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.